Travis Kelce utterly speechless fearful face see what Tay did for him during New Year's date. The night was electric with anticipation as New Year's Eve approached. The whole world had been watching Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's whirlwind romance, but no one could have predicted what would happen on their exclusive date in Paris. The couple had flown to the city of love on Taylor's private jet, avoiding the paparazzi with the help of their trusted team. Travis, dressed in a sleek black tuxedo, stood on the rooftop of a luxurious Parisian hotel, overlooking the Eiffel Tower. The air was crisp, and the city lights sparkled like diamonds. Taylor had been acting mysterious all week, teasing Travis about a special surprise. Travis, known for his confident demeanor on the football field, felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. He couldn't shake the feeling that this night would be unforgettable. As the clock struck 11:30 p.m., Taylor appeared, descending a grand staircase in a shimmering silver gown that caught the moonlight. She carried a small velvet box, her face glowing with excitement. "Travis," she began, her voice soft but steady. "This year has been full of surprises, challenges, and love. You've shown me what it means to be truly supported and cherished. Tonight, I want to show you how much you mean to me." She opened the box to reveal a key, not just any key, but a custom-designed one encrusted with tiny diamonds, engraved with their initials. "What's this?" Travis asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Taylor smiled and took his hand. "It's the key to our next chapter." She led him to a hidden elevator, which descended to a secret floor of the hotel. When the doors opened, Travis was speechless. The entire floor had been transformed into a private museum chronicling their love story. From photos of their first public outing to handwritten notes they'd exchanged, every moment was displayed with meticulous care. In the center of the room stood a glass case containing a signed football from Travis's Super Bowl win and a framed set of Taylor's platinum records. Below it was a plaque that read, "Asterisk, together, we're unstoppable." Tears welled up in Travis's eyes as he turned to Taylor. "I don't even know what to say. This is incredible." Taylor laughed, pulling him into a hug. "You don't have to say anything. Just promise me we'll keep writing this story together." As the countdown to midnight began, the couple stood hand in hand on the rooftop, fireworks illuminating the Parisian sky. When the clock struck 12, they shared a kiss that seemed to seal their future. Little did they know, the world below was already buzzing with speculation about the sparkling ring Travis had slipped on Taylor's finger during their private moment. Could this be the start of a New Year's engagement? Fans were left to wonder, but one thing was clear. Travis Kelce was utterly speechless, and Taylor Swift had once again proven her love in a way only she could. Title: Travis Kelce utterly speechless fearful face see what Tay did for him during New Year's date. It was the eve of a new year, and Travis Kelce found himself in a rare moment of quiet. As a professional athlete and media sensation, he was used to the chaos of the spotlight, but tonight, with Taylor Swift by his side, everything felt different. This wasn't a public event or a red carpet moment. This was just them, alone, about to ring in the new year. Taylor had surprised him earlier in the day, suggesting they skip the usual flashy parties and spend the evening in a more private setting. Travis, who was always up for an adventure, agreed without hesitation. He didn't know it yet, but this New Year's would be one he'd never forget. The two arrived at a remote, cozy cabin nestled in the mountains, far from the hustle and bustle of the city. The cabin was beautifully decorated, fairy lights twinkling in the windows, a roaring fire in the fireplace, and an array of candles giving off a warm, soft glow. As Travis stepped inside, he was immediately taken aback by the intimate ambiance. The air smelled faintly of cedarwood and pine, but there was something else, something he couldn't quite place. Taylor, her eyes sparkling with excitement, had planned every detail of the evening. She led him to the center of the room, where a table was set with their favorite foods, sushi rolls, charcuterie, and even a homemade dessert she had insisted on baking herself. Taylor's hands were still dusted with flour, but her smile was as radiant as ever. "I hope you don't mind," Taylor said with a playful wink. "I thought it would be fun to make the night our own. No photographers, no distractions, just us." Travis was utterly speechless, not just because the cabin was gorgeous, but because of the effort Taylor had put into creating such a personal, heartfelt experience. It was rare for him to feel like the world had disappeared, but right now, surrounded by Taylor's thoughtful gestures, it was as if they were the only two people in the universe. As the clock ticked closer to midnight, Taylor handed Travis a small, elegantly wrapped box. "A little something for you," she said softly, her voice barely above a whisper. Travis took the box, his heart racing as he gently unwrapped it. Inside was a custom-made necklace, an intricate silver pendant shaped like a football, with a tiny engraving of a heart on the back. But what truly left him speechless was the note attached to the necklace. To my favorite tight end, the note read, "I'm so proud of everything you've accomplished, and I'm even prouder of the man you are. Here's to the next chapter, together." Travis blinked back a few unexpected tears, his emotions overwhelming him. This wasn't just a gift, it was a symbol of the bond they had created, a reminder of the strength of their connection. The thoughtfulness behind it, the depth of it, hit him harder than anything he'd ever experienced. He looked up at Taylor, his voice a little choked. I don't know what to say. This is incredible. You've really outdone yourself." Taylor smiled, her eyes glistening. "You don't have to say anything, Travis. Just know that I care about you, and I want this year to be filled with even more memories like this." As the final seconds of the old year ticked away, Taylor and Travis found themselves standing together, their hands clasped. They didn't need any grand gestures or parties to mark the occasion. The simplicity of the moment, just the two of them in the cabin, under the starry sky, with the world outside forgotten, was more than enough. When the clock struck midnight, they shared a soft, tender kiss, sealing the beginning of a new year that was already promising to be unforgettable. Taylor had given Travis the gift of something even more precious than a necklace, a reminder of what truly mattered: love, connection, and being fully present in each other's lives. Travis was left utterly speechless once again, not from the grandeur of the moment, but from the heart behind it all. As they embraced, the sound of the world outside faded, leaving only the quiet rhythm of their hearts in sync. It was a New Year's he'd never forget. Title: Travis Kelce Utterly Speechless Fearful Face See What Tay Did for Him During New Year's Date. It was New Year's Eve, and the air was filled with excitement as the clock ticked down to midnight. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift had decided to ring in the new year in a way that no one would expect. No big parties, no flashy media appearances, just a quiet, private evening for two. As they drove through the glittering streets of a private estate in the hills, Travis couldn't help but feel the anticipation in the air. Taylor had been mysterious about the evening's plans, telling him only that she had something special in store. The drive up the winding road to the mansion was filled with her teasing smiles and cryptic hints. When they arrived, Taylor led him inside, and the first thing he noticed was the ambiance. Everything was warm, cozy, and inviting. The mansion was decked out in soft, glowing fairy lights, the perfect setting for a night that would be unforgettable. "I'm nervous," Taylor confessed with a playful wink. "I hope you like it." Travis raised an eyebrow, already intrigued. "I'm sure whatever you have planned is amazing, Tay. But I'm curious, what's going on?" Taylor motioned for him to follow her. As they walked into the grand living room, he saw a massive table covered with fine food, delicate hors d'oeuvres, gourmet main courses, and the finest champagne. But what really caught his attention was the centerpiece in the center of the room, an ornate, hand-carved wooden chest. "Wait, what's that?" Travis asked, pointing at the chest. Taylor smiled mischievously. "I thought this year, we'd make some new traditions, something for the two of us. Come on, I want you to open it." With a mix of confusion and excitement, Travis knelt down and opened the chest. Inside, nestled in velvet cushioning, were several items. At first, he didn't recognize them. There were beautifully designed journals, both with his name and hers engraved on the covers. But it wasn't just the journals that took his breath away, it was the handwritten letters inside them. Each one was filled with personal notes, memories, and thoughts that Taylor had written to him over the past year. "There's a letter for each month," Taylor explained softly. "Each one represents something special, a memory, a moment. I wanted us to have something tangible to look back on every year, so we'll never forget where we started, what we've built, and all the memories we've made together." Travis was speechless. He carefully picked up the first letter, reading it aloud. It was from the night they first met, a small, intimate moment that only they shared. Taylor had written down everything: how he made her laugh, how she felt like she'd known him forever, and how she knew they had something special. I don't know what to say," Travis whispered, clearly overwhelmed. This is beyond anything I could have imagined, Tay." Taylor placed a hand on his shoulder, smiling warmly. "I wanted to show you how much you mean to me, not just with gifts or grand gestures, but with my heart. Our journey, is everything to me." As the clock neared midnight, the two of them sat down at the table, sipping champagne and exchanging stories, their laughter filling the room. The world outside faded away, and for the first time, Travis realized that it wasn't the parties or the media attention that made this night perfect. It was the love and thoughtfulness that Taylor had poured into their relationship. When the countdown reached 0, and the sky erupted in fireworks, Travis turned to Taylor, his eyes full of emotion. "This is my favorite way to start the new year, with you." And in that moment, under the glimmer of fireworks and surrounded by the memories Taylor had created, Travis Kelce was utterly speechless. Not just because of the grand gesture, but because Taylor Swift had just given him the greatest gift of all, her heart.